Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Now More Than Ever. This is a show for those of you joining in for the first time. This is a show where we bring two positive stories every single day, bringing hope, inspiration to everybody out there, because it's in times like these that stories and positivity and hope and inspiration is needed now more than ever. So it's a very simple show. We do two things. We basically bring two positive stories every single day, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So please join in. Please tell your friends, your family, your colleagues to come in and join and watch the show as we bring you two amazing positive stories of the day. Now, before I kind of get started, today's first story is about pursuing something you love, something that you're passionate about, right? And no matter how late in life, you would love to kind of follow that passion. So guys, it would be great if you could tell me in the comments below something that you are passionate about, right? So that all of us can know what you are passionate about. For instance, I am passionate about long distance running. It's the thing that keeps me centered every day, and I can kind of keep trying to do that quite a bit. So what is it that people watching this show are passionate about? Please put in your comments here. Would love to understand and know more about what do you guys follow as a passion. Sarah writes in saying writing. So her passion is writing. Any others have any other comments? Just feel free to keep putting in, and I will get to it. I will start responding to the comments as and when we kind of keep moving forward. But here's where I want to kind of get into the first story of the day, right? This story, it's about an architect from Kerala who quit his job around 10 years ago, again, to pursue something that he was passionate about, right? And we are going to be meeting Eldo. Eldo is now 42 years old. He was an architect in Kottayam. He loves nature, and even as an architect, he used to volunteer for government forest services. He also used to go trekking and hiking. Let me just pull out the first story here. Yes, so this is Eldo on the left, and that's Eldo with his family that you see there. So now, like I said, Eldo is 42 years old. He was an architect in Kottayam, and he used to go trekking and hiking. And on one such trek in the hills of Idukki, he felt a strong connection to that land. So Eldo ended up buying a 10-acre plot of barren land in that area with his friend, quit his job, and started converting that barren land into a forest using natural techniques. And in just 3 years, Eldo turned it into a flourishing and self-sustaining ecosystem. His forest is called Swarga Medu, which basically means heavenly abode. And the forest is open to people for trekking and off-roading. In fact, you can even camp overnight. So all of you in Kerala, close to Idukki, head there. You can actually go to Eldo's heavenly abode. This forest, like I said, is open for people to go there, camp, trek, and it was a barren land. It was a complete barren land which is made it into a forest using completely natural techniques. In fact, Eldo is also known as the fruit king because of the many varieties of fruits that grow in his forest. And these are really unique varieties of apples, oranges, grapes, strawberries. He actually sourced these samplings for these unique varieties from around the world, but also making sure that they would fit the soil and the climate of Kerala. In fact, Eldo is a fruitarian, and I learned this today, that a fruitarian is essentially someone whose majority of whose diet consists of fruits. So 90% of Eldo's diet is fruits from the forest. And he's now, he hasn't just stopped there. Eldo continues to kind of innovate and do a lot of other new things. And here's what he's doing now. So he's now working on a project called Utopia, where he plans to lease out small plots of land in the cities of Kochi and Kottayam, with them having a self-sustaining ecosystem. And a self-sustaining ecosystem is such that it can provide enough harvest for a family living there. So the entire, your entire area where you stay, you grow, all of that is kind of self-sustaining. So this is what Eldo is working on. For those of you who want to know more about this, please log in to the comments. We've put up the links to the comments in the comment section. So please kind of head there and see how Eldo has been doing this, and you will see some amazing pictures of his forest as well. So just go to that first story link here. Those of you joining in now, my name is Dimant Parekh. I am the founder of The Better India, and this is a show called Now More Than Ever, where I bring you 2 positive stories every day, because we need positivity now more than ever, especially in this whole crisis of gloom all around us. I think these are the times that we have to show the best of humanity, right, and the best of people, and the extraordinary side of the ordinary, and which is why we are here with Now More Than Ever. We're here every day actually at 7 p.m. With 2 amazing stories. So this Eldo story was our first story of the day, and there are a bunch of people writing in for us. Gururaj says, love TBI. Thank you, Gururaj. Thank you for loving TBI. And Valiosa says, happy for India that there is much less pollution now. I think the lockdown has definitely had that one upside of lesser pollution in the country. So now we will move on to the next story. And before I get there, please let us know, what did you think about the story 1 that we put out? Put in your comments. We will pass it on to Eldo as well. And I'm sure he would love to know, what did you guys think about his initiative and the amazing work that he has been doing. All right, so we will move into the second story. Now, the next story for the day, right, is indeed about someone who has done an extraordinary thing. And this is a story about a 23-year-old police constable from Trichy in Tamil Nadu. A 23-year-old police constable from Trichy, whose name is Syed Abu Tahir. 2 weeks ago, while patrolling the city streets in the afternoon, in fact, let me just pull Syed's story out. Let me just get you that. There you can see Syed. He is a 23-year-old police constable from Trichy in Tamil Nadu. Now, 2 weeks ago, while patrolling the city streets in the afternoon, Syed saw 3 people walking. So this was during the lockdown, and he saw 3 people walking. And at first he thought that, hey, they are violating the lockdown. But then he noticed that one of them was a heavily pregnant woman struggling to walk. And so he rushed to their help. And this is what they told him, that earlier that day, the pregnant woman, whose name was Sulochana, had actually gone into labor. And she and her husband rushed to the hospital. But the pregnancy was complicated and she needed a cesarean section, a C-section. Unfortunately, there was a shortage of O-positive blood, which was Sulochana's blood type. And the doctors had asked them to arrange a blood donor. So not knowing what to do, this couple was actually heading back home. And that's when they ran into Syed. So when Syed heard this, he immediately arranged for some transport, took them back to the hospital, and guess what? Syed's blood type was also O positive, the same as Sulochana's. So he donated his blood for the procedure. And by 9 p.m. the C-section was over and a healthy baby was born. Syed stayed back for another hour to make sure everything was all right. I was really moved when I heard the story. It's an amazing coincidence that the couple needed this blood type. They didn't know where to go. They were just heading back home. And this amazing constable, Syed, meets them. Turns out he has the same blood group, and he goes out there and donates it, and there's a healthy baby at the end of it all. So that was our second story of the day. Do let us know what you think about this story as well. Some of the comments coming in, some people saying that the story 1 was about the Eldo's forest thing was a great idea, a great initiative. And so it's Syed, what he's managed to really achieve. So guys, that that concludes our second story. For those of you coming in today for the first time, this is a show we do every single day. It's called Now More Than Ever. We bring you 2 amazing positive stories from across the country. And the one that you just heard, people like Syed and others who are working at the front line, we really need to help them, and we need to be able to support our daily wage earners, frontline health workers, migrant workers, and more. So in order to support them, the Better India has partnered with civil service officers to provide ration kits and medical essentials to all those who need them the most. There is a fundraiser. The link is in the description of this video. So please click on that, donate, and 100% of the funds will go to the beneficiaries. The Better India doesn't keep any money there. So you will be rest assured that your money will be actually used to provide help to those who need the most. So yes, we have that. The other thing we also have is that we have a gig. In fact, we have started a fundraiser which is called Better Together. So we have a gig, we are running a series of gigs, amazing music, amazing artists coming together. That's happening tonight at 9 p.m. on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Better India. So please go there as well, hang around. It's at 9 p.m. Be a part of that gig. It's a lot of fun. And you will also know how to be a part of the fundraiser and help us out. Thank you so much for watching. Please let your friends and family know about this show. Get them along to watch tomorrow again, where we will be live with 2 positive stories from the country. Thank you. This is Now More Than Ever. We'll see you tomorrow.